going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing a comparison and authentication video for the S.T.DuPont Line 2. So I haven't been able to find many videos on actual authentication side-by-side comparison between the two of this particular lighter. A lot of authentication videos for the Line 1s, but that's not really relevant as they don't fake Line 1s or bother making any replica for the Line 1s. It's not really worth it. So majority of the fakes you'll see out there are all, a good portion of them are Line 2s, I'll say 80% of them. So we'll get on with the comparison. So on the left here, you can tell, is the replica lighter, and on the right we have the genuine. So right off the bat, these two lighters are essentially the same. They're both the Montparnasse configurations, vertical lines, and pretty much operate and function the exact same way, even going as far as the internal components being nearly identical. So this is a front view of them both. They both have the same font, so I've made sure I got the lighter with the same font, the vertical lines, as I have another one with a different print at the front. Slightly older style font. So they've done a really good job with this replica, as from the naked eye you wouldn't be able to tell it's a replica lighter. It is very nice looking and almost a mirror replica, I'd say. So I'll give you some views of the different sides just for comparison. Obviously this is a new lighter, this one's fairly new, old stock, but there are some general signs of wear. So there's your back view. Another thing that stands out is the hinge mechanism. So the outlining of the replica is very defined, and it's not as flush as the original, if you can tell. So I'm referring to that little cut bit where the hinge pin is located. So it's definitely not as flush or smooth transitioning. And I'd say the same for the back. You can tell the refinement, attention to detail and finishing in the genuine article compared to the replica. It's very, the outline is very pronounced. So the dimensions are nearly identical, essentially identical. The rollers, the height, shape, nearly everything's identical. Over the top, you'll see here, this continues the pattern, whereas this is just completely flat. So I don't know if the newer models have that. However, this one is from 2005-ish, so it would be making it just on the line of being vintage this year. And the bottoms, So they've done a really good job. Even as far as the lettering for the serial numbers and the stamping. So they've tried to replicate it not being completely aligned with each other. So you can see they've tried to replicate how it's sort of misaligned on each character there. The one's a bit lower than the 3 and the 7 and all the rest of the numbers, but they're not actually hand stamped unlike the original. They've done a really good job there. Side view of the front. And we'll give this one a light so you guys can have a listen to and a look at the inside internals. Nice strong flame, solid ping. Absolutely top of the line manufacturing right there from DuPont. So that's the genuine. Absolutely stunning. So I'll put this one down. I'm gonna take a look at the replica. So there's one thing that stands out with the replica, and that is the ping and the hinge mechanism. So you'll listen to this one is a lot more, you'll hear that this one's a lot more pronounced, and the tone's slightly off, but still operates and functions as the original would. And surprisingly, the replica is slightly heavier. I'll put them on the scales and just take a look at the weight for you guys. It's a dead giveaway, the weight. That's probably your main way you'd be able to tell, just without looking at any other things, taking anything else into consideration apart from the weight. It's a major key element in being able to identify whether you're working with a genuine article or not. So we'll hear the ping again. It's quite pronounced, and the tone is off, but it feels very, very good in the hand, in the pocket, being used. So we'll have a look at the genuine. That's about 104, just under 115 grams. Say half full of gas, maybe a third capacity. And then we'll get on with this one, the replica. So it's actually substantially heavier, 137 grams. Yeah, that's just under 140 grams. That's a lot heavier. I didn't realize it was that that much more. reason as to why it feels substantial in the hand. So those are pretty much the key factors to being able to identify the replicas from an authentic. We'll take a look at the valves actually. So this has a bit of there we go, yellow. You've got yellow paint. It looks like it's hand applied. So that indicates which color gas bottle you should use from DuPont. So indicating this lighter should be run on the yellow gas. And let's have a look at the valve port and lid of the Replica. So no color on the lid. They haven't bothered to go into that far of a detail. There's another key element in being able to identify that. So that you've got the weight, you've got attention to detail, and the finishing, along with the color code on the cap of the where the valve sits. So that's pretty much it. I hope I've helped some people being able to identify what you're working with, whether you got a lighter passed down to you in the family, or from a garage sale or an estate sale, anything of that nature, and you're just looking to authenticate it. Hope this video helped, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.